Hey, Donnie Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly, living the dream.
You are living the dream. And you had said something a few minutes ago about the next step.
Yes.
And I just felt like that was so powerful. Because I'm talking to my daughter right now, and she's working with us in Don's Tree Service. So if you don't know, I own a tree service here in Atlanta named Don's Tree Service.
Right.
And my beautiful daughter is working with me. Actually, both of my daughters, one of them works part-time in the company because she's in college, and the other one is working full-time in the company.
Right.
And she's one of these people that's very methodical. She likes to know what the steps are, you know?
Yeah.
And it's helping me to understand that sometimes I've just throw spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks, but there's another way to do things.
Yeah.
You know, another way of doing things. And so I'm learning from her that maybe if I just pull back away from the chaos a little bit, organize my thoughts, organize my time, and then make more systematic steps, I'll get where I want to go a lot faster. So that's what sparked in me when you were talking a few minutes ago about the next steps.
Making the next step. You know, I had this little, back in a couple of years ago, I was making these little sayings out of wood, you know, because I remember I was getting
We
wood
gotta do that.
Yeah, we gotta do it again. And I would put little just phrases, you know, on the piece of wood, and then they started talking to me throughout the day because I have them in the house. And with the next step, I had one that said, "What's next?" You know, and it's one of those things. After you take that next step, then what's next? You know, there's always another step, but it's a process.
It is a process.
You know, but I like the way that you approach things now, or thinking about approaching it, because I'm kind of like
I am definitely.
I will throw everything to the wall and say, "Oh, that part worked.
Yeah,
let's keep doing it." Where there's other people that have a systematically, like, hey, okay, I know exactly what we need to do at what time. Yeah. They frustrate me sometimes because they're doing the right thing, but you know, because I had a doctor one time that I'm like, I want to heal like now, and there's ways that you can make me heal, you know. Right. And he's like, no. You have to take it time.
It's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
If you want to heal the right way,
that's right.
It's a process. If you want to grow the right way, it's a process. You know, even in your business and everything, don't try to cut corners in your business.
Especially in your business, but even in nature.
In nature,
like you know, for example, once again, I own a tree service, and so sometimes we'll go out to cut people's trees, and there's only a certain amount of the canopy that we can take out before we start damaging the tree. So we try to tell people, don't take any more than 25 to 30% out of the canopy in a growing season. Right. And honestly, if you've had some more dramatic pruning done, just try to be a little bit more conservative with the pruning. But I cannot tell you how many times I go to somebody's house and they're like, yeah, but I want it, just cut this half off. And I'm like, that's not quite good for your tree. And even though you may temporarily get the result you want, long term you're gonna wind up having a move a tree.
That's a question I want to know. When people do like designer trees, or in a sense, and they cut shapes into the tree, does that harm the tree at all?
Well, that's an art form. You know what I mean? So those trees get trained, and it's actually, I mean, I think it's called bonsai. No, it's not. There's another. Next time, why are you gonna always ask me something I don't know something about? But anyway, there is a word for that, and I will get that word for that. But they do it very meticulously, and they do care for the tree, and they do try to make sure that the tree is sculpted. Because if it dies, then you've got this art form that's just dead. So no, they really do take care of the trees.
So I know that they do that on the bonsai tree, like they did with the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi. And they have the little small tree.
Oh, so it is bonsai.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a certified arborist.
See, I was trying to.
I know you're right.
I got you. But I'm thinking of like the bigger bushes or the bigger trees.
Yeah, you can train those. You can train those. Yeah.
You know what?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a hard time training my dog.
Yeah.
So I know I will have a hard time trying to train a tree.
But that's why you got me.
Yeah.
That's why you got me.
Yeah. And if somebody wanted to holler at you, the Don's Tree Service, not just you, but Don's Tree Service.
I'm married. If they want to holler at me as a tree service, it's 770-413-8733. That's 770-413-TREE.